Okay. All right, we're back. So dead tired right now, but I did promise I'd come back and actually do this. So we'll get the script started, then we'll proceed when I wake up again tomorrow. But I'm dead tired right now. Long day, but promise is a promise. Let's do this. All right, we'll work for like at least 30 minutes, then we'll go from there. Okay, let's see. How do I want to get started with this? I wonder. Okay. Just give me 1 second to set myself up. I think we should be good to go from there. There we go. All right. As usual, don't drink unless you're an adult. All right. Let's do this. There's something almost admirable about the way Battler... I want to do something real quick. There's almost something... There's something almost admirable about the way Battler... Okay. Okay. There's something almost admirable about the way Ushiromiya smiles. Smiles. Face of the impossible. He smiles in the face of the impossible. Oh, I cannot spell right now. Challenges, witches. A stage effort. There's something almost admirable about the way Battler Ushiromiya smiles. He smiles in the face of impossible challenges. The impossible. Stage actor. I like that. Yeah, I like that. There's something almost admirable about the way Battler Ushiromiya smiles. He smiles in the face of the impossible, challenges which is like a stage actor daring to steal the spotlight. To an outsider. To an outsider. To an outsider. To an outsider, it looks like confidence. To an outsider, it looks like reckless. Well, it looks like confidence. Reckless, brilliant confidence. confidence isn't the same thing as courage. There is something almost admirable about the way battler Ushiromiya smiles. He smiles in the face of the impossible, challenges which is like a stage actor daring to steal the spotlight. To an outsider, it looks like confidence, reckless, brilliant confidence. But confidence isn't the same thing as courage. And what battler wears isn't courage, it's a mask. Well, at least I'm not getting trolled by Monster Girl Quest music again. That was hilarious. And I felt like crying. I'm like, oh my god, this is terrible. But yeah, at least it's a nice somber, very hot. Like I'm sweating bullets right now at night. Okay. He doesn't take on the role of detective. To find the truth. There's something almost admirable about the way battler Ushiromiya smiles. He smiles in the face of the impossible, challenges which is like a stage actor daring to steal the spotlight. To an outsider, it looks like confidence, reckless, brilliant confidence. But confidence isn't the same thing as courage, and what battler wears isn't courage. It's a mask. He doesn't take on the role of detective to find the truth. He wears it to hold himself together because the truth, whatever it is not kind. And if he stares at it too closely, it may tear him apart. Wow, him apart. All right, let me look at things at another perspective. Music switch. This is not the appropriate music for me to actually be thinking outside the box. I need something just to blow my mind away. So please don't let it be Monster Girl Quest. It's gonna be Monster Girl Quest, and I'm fine with that. Give me 1 second. Just resetting this playlist of mine. Actually, no. We actually have a very good breeze going on today, so it's actually really, really great. But it's still sweating bullets, so I'll switch this like 15 minutes. I need something a little bit more pizzazz. There we go. Okay. So, and if he stares at it too closely, it may tear him apart. I said I wouldn't be going into theories, chicanin, all that, Yasu, all that stuff. But I'm gonna be very cute right now. I'm gonna be very cute. I'm feeling cute tonight. There we go. I'm being very cheeky. We're not alluding to anything, but I'm saying there's a potential for different branching paths to happen. I don't like delving into Umineko theories. It makes my head hurt. It just really does. I was talking to my buddy earlier. Hey, are you gonna mention the fact that Shannon and Cannon are never in the same room together? Yeah, shut the fuck up. I'm not. No, shut up. We're not doing that tonight. I'm tired. Please, no more Umineko theories. My head hurts. All right. What about Yasu? What about Yasu? All right. Left foot warning without knowing what would follow. Okay. And as usual, if anybody has any requests, just let me know. Requests take top priority. I have my own projects that I'm doing right now, but if a request comes in, I'll gladly like put it in the priority. Because this one came in a couple of days ago. Hey, can you do more Umineko thing? I'm like, sure, why not? I was planning on doing one soon anyway, so I might as well put this on the high end. Because Golden Sun's still being worked on. That's a long-term project. The horror one is getting there. It's almost halfway done, script writing phase. We just started the script writing phase today, so this is gonna be done soon. Probably by next week. No, probably by today's Monday. Probably by Saturday, maybe this will be done. Depending on how much stuff I write. This shouldn't be that long, but yes, if anybody has a request, just let me know. I don't mind doing them. Requests always take top priority with me. By the time he returned, something. Something in this house began to rot. He left the family out of rebellion, left without warning, without knowing what would follow. By the time he returned, something in that house began to rot. His absence became a question mark stitched into the fabric of other people's griefs. I'm gonna be a little bit silly right now. He may not have caused the pain. A lot of bullshit in that fight, by the way. A lot of bullshit. That's your purest example of sandbagging, playing with your food. I'm like, dude, just kill him. you know you're stronger than him by like tenfold. Just kill him. But no, I gotta play with my food. All right. He may not have caused the pain, but he wasn't there to quell it. No, actually. Soothe is a funny word. Okay, so wasn't there to soothe it. Let me read what I got so far. Might be some changes. There is something almost admirable about the way Battler Ushiromiya smiles. He smiles in the face of the impossible, challenges which is like a stage actor daring to steal a spotlight. To an outsider, it looks like confidence, reckless, brilliant confidence, but confidence isn't the same thing as courage, and what Battler wears isn't courage, it's a mask. He doesn't take on the role of detective to find the truth. He wears it to hold himself together, because the truth, whatever it is not kind. And if he stares at it too closely, it may tear him apart. He left the family behind out of rebellion, left without warning, without knowing what would follow. And by the time he returned, something in that house began to rot. Whoops. Always proofread your stuff. His absence became a question mark stitched into the fabric of other people's grief. He may not have caused the pain, but he wasn't there to soothe it. And in a family like the Ushiromiya's, silence echoes louder than screams. Okay. I like it. I like it so far. I might change a couple things though, but I like it so far. Okay. Might change that last sentence though, but probably not yet. Maybe. The introduction's always the hardest part because it sets the pacing for the rest of the narrative, which I gotta make sure this is good but not too overbearing. Goku's about to bite the shit out of Frieza. Sorry, but yeah, I need to make sure this sets the tone because if I screw this up, all hell's gonna break loose. He comes with logic. Of arguments. He comes with logic, with arguments. Yeah, that's fine. I'm being a little bit too descriptive there, but he's definitely committed. We can't deny that. Sensen Damida. Yeah, we cannot deny that. He's super committed. All right, one last song switch. All right, we can be trolled tonight just for a tad bit. Because I'm gonna continue on a little bit longer. Then I will I don't have my quote book with me. I have to go get a quote. oh, so that's what's coming up next. Yeah, fuck you, playlist. Okay, let's go. Thank you, Nightbot. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Or is that religious? You can deny the impossible. You can deny the impossible, because if you can deny the impossible, let's do something. Then maybe you can deny the guilts. Shadows. Because if you can deny the impossible, then maybe he can deny the guilt that shadows his every thought. Okay. We can use Flannery O'Connor's. Yeah, we can. I can't remember off the top of my head, but we can use that. Huh? Give me a minute. I think that can work, maybe. Again, this was just what sucks, because I don't have my quote book with me, but that's fine. Yeah, I think I might use Flannery O'Connor. Okay. With refusal so absolute, it borders on religious, because if he can deny the impossible, then maybe he can deny the guilt that shadows his every thought. So... if he can outplay the witch... if he can outplay the witch... if he can outplay the witch... let me put this in italics. And maybe he was... that's a very... I'm gonna be very... this will be very interesting how I go about this. It's interesting because... which Beatrice am I going to be talking about? No, I have to talk about Golden Witch. Alright. You're trolling me right now. Okay. Give me a moment just of silence so I actually just think about this for a minute. Okay, so... we have to establish we're only going to be talking about vanilla. No, wait, not vanilla. I can't even call it vanilla because there's multiple Beatrices. So we're just going to be focusing on Golden Witch. We're not going to be talking about... I dubbed them as Italian Beatrice, Chris Hansen Beatrice, Golden Witch Beatrice. Rosa Trice is her own separate little thing, so we have to just focus on the one that Battler has the most interactions with, which is Golden Witch Beatrice. So if he can outplay the witch, then maybe he was never part of the reason why she was born. Okay, I gotta go into a lot of detail about that angle. I can do it. I just gotta... I'll sleep on that one, but so I'm gonna keep that in italics. I'll come back tomorrow with a fresh mind and adjust that. That leads into the quote I'm thinking about right now. I just gotta... Flannery O'Connor. Just gotta remember it. No, fuck it. Alright, give me a second. I know we have all these written down, but I was in such a rush to come home. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot my book. Okay. Give me a second. It is so hot up here right now. Yeah, this will work. Okay, cool. Truth does not change according... Let's remember I gotta cross this out later. Not change our ability to stomach it. Okay, now I just gotta explain it. The truth does not change according to our ability to stomach it. Let me just jot this down real quick. Give me 1 second. Okay. I've used this quote, so cross it out. So let's see what we got so far. There's something almost admirable about the way Battler Ushimiya smiles. He smiles in the face of the impossible, challenges witches like a stage actor, daring to steal the spotlight. To an outsider, it looks like confidence, reckless, brilliant confidence. But confidence isn't the same as courage, and what Battler wears isn't courage. It's a mask. He doesn't take on the role of detective to find the truth. He wears it to hold himself together, because the truth, whatever it is not kind. And if he stares at it too closely, it may tear him apart. He left the family behind out of rebellion, left without warning, without knowing what would follow, and by the time he returned, something in that house began to rot. His absence became a question mark, stitched into the fabric of other people's grief. He may not have caused the pain, but he wasn't there to soothe it, and in a family like the Ushiromiya's, silence echoes louder than screams. So when Battler steps into the game board, he doesn't come with love or regret. He comes with logic, with arguments, with the refusal so absolute it borders on religious. Because if he can deny the impossible, then maybe he can deny the guilt that shadows his every thought. If he can outplay the witch, then maybe he was never part of the reason why she was born. He was never part of the reason she was born. The truth does not change accordingly to our ability to stomach it. I gotta explain that. Give me 1 second to think about that. It can work, I just gotta word it right. Well, first of all, I'm scared to press next on this playlist. The truth does not change according to our ability to stomach it. Okay. I think I got something here for that. Okay. What's that? Jesus Christ. That's how it can work. Yeah, that's... Yeah, I think that's how that can actually work. Yeah. He comes with logic, with arguments, but refuses so absolute it borders on religious, because if he can deny the impossible, then maybe he can deny the guilt that shadows his every thought. If he can outplay the witch, then maybe he was never part of the reason she was born. The truth does not change according to our ability to stomach it. Flannery O'Connor. What makes O'Connor's quote so haunting in this context? Battler doesn't reject fantasy because it's irrational. He rejects it because it may be right. It is 90 fucking degrees in here right now. Oh, it's so hot. Sorry, but yeah, like that can work. I might have to add a little bit more to that, but we can do that tomorrow. Okay, let me highlight this because I think I can explain this a little bit better. Thank you. Thank you. Word, I love you too. I'll be able to explain that a little bit better tomorrow. It's not a big deal. We'll just use that just as a like a basis. All right, we're gonna press next. Please don't troll me. You're gonna troll me, aren't you? Okay, I can deal with Spirit Temple. Not a theory video. I have to establish is that we're not gonna be doing that. We're trotting red troops. We're not gonna be doing none of that. We're doing things on a different perspective. I don't want this to be just like your average everyday basic lore video. I'm trying, all my videos are trying to be different. This is a psychological dissent. Dissent's a good word to use here. Very descriptive here, but that's fine. We can be a little bit descriptive. No, it's not that big of a deal. Okay. I cannot spell right now. Wow. Fix that in a second. I'm gonna change that. I'm definitely gonna change that. Okay, we won't be asking who the witch is. Let's do a funny. We're gonna do a funny. We're gonna do a funny. It's gonna sound stupid, but we're gonna do a funny. All right, that can lead us into. That's obviously going to be changed later, but I'm doing a funny right now. I think that's a good way to lead us into section 1. We're not going to be doing that tonight, so I think we did good with the intro. Let's read the intro, and we'll see how this goes. Then tomorrow we'll start with section 1. I'm probably going to be doing a lot of changes before I stream tomorrow, but for now, this is good, but let's just read it. There's something almost admirable about the way Battler Ushiromiya smiles. He smiles in the face of the impossible, challenges witches like a stage actor daring to steal the spotlight. To an outsider, it looks like confidence, reckless, brilliant confidence. But confidence isn't the same as courage, and what Battler wears isn't courage, it's a mask. He doesn't take on the role of detective to find the truth. He wears it to hold himself together, because the truth, whatever it is not kind, and if he stares at it too closely, it may tear him apart. He left the family behind out of rebellion, left without warning, without knowing what would follow, and by the time he returned, something in that house had begun to rot. His absence became a question mark stitched into the fabric of other people's grief. Shoutouts to Rosa, by the way. He may not have caused the pain, but he wasn't there to soothe it. I don't even think he would even be able to do anything at all, but we're just writing that just to be a little bit more, put more emotional stakes into this. But he wasn't there to soothe it. And in a family like the Ushiromiya's, silence echoes louder than screams. So when Battler steps into the game board, he doesn't come with love or regret. He comes with logic, with arguments, with refusals so absolute it borders on religious. Because if he can deny the impossible, then maybe he can deny the guilt that shadows his every thought. If he can outplay the witch, then maybe he was never part of the reason she was born. The truth does not change accordingly to our ability to stomach it. Flannery O'Connor. What makes O'Connor's quote so haunting in this context is Ballard doesn't reject fantasy because it's irrational. He rejects it because it may be right. This is not a theory video. We won't be dissecting culprits or charting red truths. This is a psychological descent, an autopsy of a mask held so tightly it fuses to the skin. We're here to explore the defense mechanisms of denial, the betrayal that festers in the silence. Whoops. The betrayal that festers in the silence. This is a psychological descent, an autopsy of a mask held so tightly it fuses to the skin. We're here to explore the defense mechanisms of denial, the betrayal that festers in the silence, and the myths that mirror the ways that grief rewrites identity. Again, we're using myths this time as a good parallel. So I'm going to be using 3 myths. So, and myths that mirror the ways grief rewrites identity, because Ballard's battle was never about proving riches were real. It was about protecting himself from a truth that he was not ready to face. And by the end, we won't be asking who the witch is. We'll be asking how much a Ballard had to die so the skeptic can survive. All right. I'm liking the way this is sounding so far. Shout out to Spirit Bomb. There's gonna be a couple things I am gonna change, especially in the highlighted section. I feel like I can explain that quote better and how it fits. So this is a good start. So tomorrow when I wake up, I'll probably do horror first, gym, come back before lunch. I'll do this, work on Golden Sun, then later on tomorrow night I'll do both of these. So good stuff, good shit. This is a good start to the script, and hey, hopefully we get this done in the next couple of days. Other than that, we out. Take care, and I'll see people tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye bye.